When you think of a police car, you probably imagine flashing red and blue lights, a bold badge on the door, and an engine ready to roar into action. But across the United States, law enforcement vehicles have been far more than simple transportation, evolving into powerful symbols of authority, innovation, and sometimes pure automotive cool. Over the decades, American police departments have experimented with muscle cars, supercars, advanced SUVs, motorcycles, and even cutting-edge electric vehicles, each reflecting the era's technology, public expectations, and crime-fighting needs. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, some of the most legendary cop cars ever to hit U.S. streets were pure American muscle, with vehicles like the Dodge Polara, Plymouth Fury, and Chevrolet Impala SS packing massive V8 engines designed to outrun anything on the highway. These cars weren't just about speed for speed's sake. They emerged during a time when interstate highways expanded rapidly and high-speed pursuits became more common, pushing police departments to demand vehicles that could keep up. Few law enforcement cars are as iconic as the California Highway Patrol's use of high-performance sedans, which helped cement the image of the highway patrol officer as a disciplined, elite presence on America's roads. By the 1980s and 1990s, the Ford Crown Victoria became the undisputed king of American cop cars. And while it may not have looked exotic, its body-on-frame construction, spacious interior, and reliable V8 made it a workhorse that officers trusted with their lives. For many Americans, the Crown Vic's silhouette in the rearview mirror instantly triggered a foot easing off the gas pedal, proving that coolness sometimes comes from reputation rather than flash. Around the same time, certain departments experimented with vehicles that turned heads wherever they went, including the Chevrolet Camaro and Ford Mustang, used not just for patrol, but also as recruitment tools and public relations symbols, reminding communities that law enforcement could be both approachable and impressive. In some states, especially those with long stretches of open road, police agencies introduced high-performance pursuit vehicles like the Chevrolet Corvette, with documented cases of departments using Corvettes seized through asset forfeiture or donated for highway enforcement and public safety demonstrations, a move that generated both excitement and debate about practicality. According to reports from various state agencies over the years, these high-end vehicles were often used sparingly, primarily for outreach, education, or specific traffic enforcement roles, rather than everyday patrols. Moving into the 2000s, police vehicles began to shift dramatically as crime patterns changed, and departments prioritized versatility and officer safety, leading to the rise of SUVs like the Ford Explorer Police Interceptor and Chevrolet Tahoe, which combined speed, cargo space, and all-weather capability. While SUVs may not scream cool in the traditional sense, their dominance reflects a modern definition of cool rooted in effectiveness, durability, and advanced technology, including ballistic door panels, reinforced frames, and integrated computer systems. At the same time, some of the most visually striking police vehicles in the country appeared in tourist-heavy cities, where departments used exotic or luxury cars like Lamborghinis, Porsches, and McLarens for special units or public engagement, often acquired through seizures rather than taxpayer funding, according to official statements. These cars weren't about routine patrol, but about sending a message: crime doesn't pay, and sometimes it literally ends up funding the police. Police motorcycles also deserve a place among the coolest law enforcement vehicles, with Harley-Davidson and BMW bikes forming the backbone of traffic units across the U.S., offering agility and presence that four-wheeled vehicles can't match, especially in parades, escorts, and congested urban environments. In cities like Los Angeles and New York, police motorcycles have become cultural icons, blending authority with a sense of classic American style. In recent years, the definition of a cool cop car has expanded again as technology and environmental concerns reshape policing, with electric and hybrid vehicles like the Tesla Model Y and Ford F-150 Lightning entering service in select departments. According to statements from law enforcement agencies testing these vehicles, the appeal lies not only in reduced fuel costs and emissions, but also in instant torque, quiet operation, and advanced onboard systems, which can be surprisingly effective for patrol and response. Some experts argue that electric police vehicles could transform urban policing by lowering maintenance demands and allowing departments to reinvest savings into community programs, while others caution that charging infrastructure and range limitations still pose challenges, especially in emergencies. Beyond performance and technology, the coolest cop cars often become symbols of trust, fear, or reassurance, depending on who's looking, reflecting the complex relationship between law enforcement and the communities they serve. In rural America, a rugged pickup truck with police markings can signal reliability and readiness, while in major cities, a sleek black and white sedan might represent order in the middle of chaos. Pop culture has also played a huge role in shaping which cop cars we remember as cool, with television shows, movies, and news footage etching certain vehicles into the national memory. From classic cruisers and old crime dramas to modern interceptors chasing suspects across freeways and viral clips. According to media analysts, this exposure reinforces the emotional impact of police vehicles, making them instantly recognizable and deeply symbolic. Today, departments continue to balance image, performance, and responsibility, knowing that the vehicles they choose communicate values as much as capability. Whether it's a classic muscle car preserved for ceremonial duty, a high-tech SUV packed with sensors and cameras, or a futuristic electric cruiser gliding silently through city streets, America's coolest cop cars tell a story of constant evolution driven by technology, culture, and public expectation. This video is for informational purposes only and is not intended as professional automotive, legal, or law enforcement advice. Viewers should consult qualified professionals for specific guidance. And that's something worth remembering the next time flashing lights appear in your mirror and you wonder about the machine behind the badge.